Okay guys, so this is Monday's dinner. We made lasagna. I had to try a little bite. So we had a thing of sausage and almost a pack of noodle shells, noodle strips, you know, the lasagna noodles. And I've been getting fresh and I like those better, or the no bake. So these are ones we have to obviously pre-cook because I've just found that when I put them in uncooked, the lasagna just gets super watery, and I like it to be a little firmer. I like it to hold its shape. So made this, used up the rest of that pasta. We had some cheesy garlic bread. I can make garlic bread, but I don't know, just wanting that. And then we have a salad. So I know I showed you in the grocery haul how I got a couple different salads, and it's because I like to mix it. I like them to get a little bit of this extra iron in the green leafy. So this is the spring mix salad. And what I'll do is I'll put a handful of that, and I'll put a handful of the romaine in, give them a couple croutons, and then I've always found that if I cut up multiple vegetables or have them ready and I say, okay, you have to pick at least 3 things to go on your salad. I have some kids that will eat all of this. I have other kids that'll be like, I don't want tomatoes, or I don't want bell peppers. That's fine, but just making, and some don't like the green onion. So just making sure that they eat some form of these extra little veggies on their salad. The other thing is I do buy a variety of dressings. When they're buy one, get one, we use a lot of the Olive Garden dressing because we all like that. But when these are on sale and I happen to be at Publix, I'll get the Marie Callender's, the ranch, the blue cheese, and then, you know, these are always fun. This is like an Italian, a Greek, balsamic, and this is raspberry. I think my girls will use that, and then we use these for wings. And then the only other thing I do is, my blue cheese is out, but I do have some feta. So if they want a little bit of cheese just to use this up, there's not much, it's got like black pepper in it, they can put a little bit of cheese. But I found when dealing with picky eaters is that I always give the main meal, like that's dinner. The sides, I might do 2 vegetables because I like the vegetables, but I always give them, let them control something of the meal, whether it's what veggies they put on it, or whether it is like the salad dressing they use, giving them options so they still feel like they have a choice, but not really. They're gonna eat what I cook. And of course, mommy's wine. So that's our lasagna and garlic bread. And then another tip that I just wanted to throw in here is I know a lot of moms are posting that their kids just won't stop eating during the summer. I found that if I cut vegetables up, like a whole cucumber, put some snacking peppers, some carrots, obviously they go for the pita first, but I put a limit out there. So that's that for the day. If I find one kid's eating too much of something, I'll say, okay, you're done with that. You have to eat just the vegetables. So this gives them a choice that if they're really hungry, they'll eat their vegetables. And all 4 of the kids, and my husband and myself, at some time will grab something, put it in a little bit of hummus dip or ranch or whatever I put out there. I'll sometimes also put like a fruit, either a bowl of strawberries, a bowl of grapes. Same thing applies. If I have one kid that's just demolishing it, I'll put a halt on that. But for the most part, I find that if I put a plate of vegetables out, you know, maybe a little bit of bread or some kind of fun crackers, maybe a cheese dip, maybe a hummus, they'll snack on this and graze on this, and that keeps them from eating just empty calories as far as or carbs in like granola bars, pre-packaged stuff. So we're trying to stay away from that. You know, they do get a little bit of carbs, like if they have like a pita or something like that, but just trying to eat more fruits and vegetables in balance. And like I said, we've got some fruits and stuff out, but I don't always put fruit out. It depends. Like we're having pasta tonight, so I'm not going to eat a bunch of fruit because we're already eating carbs that turn into sugar really fast. So we kind of limited our fruit today in preparation for pasta. So it's not necessarily putting everybody on a diet, but it's just trying to make better choices. So again, this is an easy way that if a kid says they're hungry, if they're really hungry, they'll eat something or they'll learn. And there's something, clearly they didn't like the celery. My husband wasn't home. I have 2 that might eat it, maybe 3, but this, my husband will take half of this as a snack tomorrow. And I'll just put put it out, and maybe tomorrow put some fruit out. We are swimming a lot more, so the fruits and vegetables that I put out are going, and this was like overflowing of fruits and vegetables. So quick tip is, if you want them to do something as far as like snacking healthier, just put a tray of vegetables out and a little bit of dip, and give them something, a healthier option, without saying no, you can't eat. So that's just one trick that I've learned, and it seems to be working. And we're staying away from the granola bars, the ice cream, we do have that from time to time, but we're saving those for when we need to eat a granola bar, not just because we're bored. So that's my tip, and that's Monday's snack throughout the day. Oh, my baby's hungry. As my snack throughout the day and our lasagna dinner. And I just wanted to show you guys, this is my husband's plate because he has every vegetable. So this is what our dinner plates look like tonight. He just needs dressing, but he'll eat all the vegetables, and he's gonna want a bigger piece of lasagna. So this is Wednesday. Tonight we made 2 of these pans of shepherd's pie. This is what it looks like. We used a little bit of hamburger, and then we used a little bit of the pork from the pig that we got. So the meat mixture turned out really well. We added some brown gravy to it, bag of mixed vegetables, and then we made some homemade mashed potatoes and just topped it with cheese. So this is dinner for Wednesday. Okay, so we forgot to record Wednesday. I just did a kielbasa and corn in the crock pot with some peppers and onions. And then tonight there's gonna be a separate video coming out. The oldest daughter made barbecue ribs that she did a rub on, and homemade macaroni and cheese, and also coleslaw. Coleslaw wasn't quite ready. It needs to sit some more. But this is what we had for dinner. Oh, there's my little one. This is what we had for dinner. Hey guys, welcome back. So today we went out to eat. We did get wings, our one night a week, to grab something to eat. Yesterday I did not film our dinner, and it's because our daughter made so many ribs that we got to eat it for 2 nights, which score for us. Let me show you what our fridges are looking like. So it doesn't look, this is so unorganized. Look at this, this is a hot mess. So it doesn't look like enough stuff is gone, but if you remember, this was loaded down with fruits and vegetables. So we mixed salad stuff. This is halfway gone. I still have cilantro back there. These are, our vegetables were going crazy. So what I like to do is, I know a lot of people have commented that their kids eat a lot of snacks. We don't eat a lot of snacks. We kind of stopped that. So I will cut up vegetables or make like a vegetable platter, and we will do different dips and stuff. So like ranch or blue cheese or hummus. So we still have this. They'll work on that tomorrow when I'm at work. These are just dips. All these little containers are just the wings. We ate half of our eggs. We still got half a thing of broccoli. We still got spinach. Ooh, that needs to be used tomorrow. Tonight, they did eat the other half of those chicken nuggets. I saved some for the baby because he's finally starting to eat some food. And they had some tater tots. This morning I had 2 bags of brioche bread, so I made French toast. So we ate 1 this morning, and then this will finish. But yep, our vegetables are almost gone. These were all up here, so these were stuffed. We still got mangoes. I did have to get a couple cucumbers, and I had to get 3 more milks for the baby, 2 more milks for the big kids, and then some almond milk for smoothies. So but like our onions, like this was like a whole gallon bag. So I like to chop this up. So I know everybody does meal planning a little bit different. I have learned in this season of life, I like to double what I have, like the rib dinner, or like 2 pans of shepherd's pie, or 2 things of French toast, because it covers 2 meals for us. The other thing that I found is I'll just coarsely chop up 4 or 5 onions and put it in a gallon bag. The first part is I can cut them up quickly without having to have my eyes burning, because these onions, I always seem to get the strongest onions. Then what will happen is if I need them minced really small or something else, then I'll chop them up a little bit more, but it takes me like 30 seconds. or I'll just leave them whole if I'm adding it into a recipe. So sometimes just having your vegetables prepped like this, or once a week prepping a plate of vegetables for the kids really helps, or your adults. And then again, we're going to be cooking a chicken, and I'll make some broth with the bones afterwards. So that's kind of why I'm saving it. So most of these vegetables, they'll still work on this, will be gone. And we aren't, other than the milk we bought, we're not going to grocery shop. We've used some of our salad dressings up. Oh, this is some ginger paste. My baby's eating his applesauce. You know, we've gone through some condiments, but so far, you know, we're making room in here. It's just misplaced right now. There's still some leftovers, but the kids will eat that for lunch. And then this is our freezer. So this was stuffed. We still have another bag of vegetables. I knew I was only making one chicken, so I have a whole nother bag for the next time. Kids' treats we found. We're down, if you remember, I had like 60 breakfast sandwiches, so I'm down to 2, not even full bags. They picked the different ones. Here's just a sample one. We still have another bag of veggies for tops. They'll have this one day, I'm assuming, for lunch. Let's see if I can close this. And then down here, we've used a garlic bread. We've used a roast. These are still, we haven't done our fried rice night, so a lot of this stuff will go when we do fried rice. And I still have tomatillos down here, tomatillos down here, and we're going to make salsa, so I still haven't done that. So that's what's in here. Again, in here, not really much of a difference, because I still have to make my tomatillo salsa and can it. So a lot of this will go with that. So this really hasn't had any change. And then this drawer. I know this is hard to see, but we've taken some things out of here as far as, oh, this is like half the size. You know, there's still some chocolate chips and some tortilla shells and stuff, but for the most part, this is just soft taco shells. And then we've made a dent in our pastas and different soups and things like that. Our baking is still terribly full. So I have to go through, this is my canning one. We still have plenty of flour. So this, I don't know if you can really tell the difference in this. I can tell a huge difference in this. We used a thing of pork rinds. We've used a couple soy sauces just to make dressings. We did get more grits, but we've used some of our canned vegetables. We've used some tomato sauces. We've used some broth. So some of these things have gone down some. I know it doesn't look like a ton. So we have used some of this. And then in our freezers, again, guys, until I get rid of some of this meat, it's not going to look, I mean, we've used a thing of hamburgers and different things like that, but we have, you know, this is still bacon. Oh, this is a chuck roast. This is for tomorrow. So, I mean, as you can see, like, you pull one thing of meat out for a day and it's just not going to go down. We have, like, opened our box of hot dogs and half of them are in there. We've used some ground meat, but, you know, this is pretty much going to stay full. When we use things like, I make the fried rice and I use a thing of these dumplings and stuff, I'll be able to organize this better. And I'm actually going to take out... I'm going to take out this chicken, this 5.5 pound chicken, because we are going to cook this the next couple days. So this is our freezers now. Still looking about the same. Okay guys, so that's all that's in our freezers and fridge right now. We're going to do, that wraps up this week of meal planning. We'll bring you along on next week. Hopefully we've already, like I said, we bought 3 things of milk, 2 things of almond milk, 2 coffee creamers just to get us through. The kids are just cooking from scratch and using different things. You just go through things faster. So next week we'll probably see the biggest dent. I really want to get that tomatillo salsa made. It's going to make the biggest dent in our, I mean, one freezer will probably be gone. at that point, and then the bottom of the other one. So I'm thinking next week as far as little things, and then what we'll start doing is I'll start moving things from this big freezer into the house. So things that I want to use in the freezer, like if I want to do another thing of dumplings, or I want to use a thing of meatballs, or whatever it is, I'll start pulling from this freezer and putting it in there. It'll decompress this freezer a little bit, but it'll also help me work through some of those odds and end things that I have, or things that, you know, we all bought during the COVID, and just be able to use those things that you don't want to keep all the time, and you definitely want to rotate. So thank you for joining us, and have a great day, everybody. We'll see you next week.